name is Brandon.
And my name is Faith.
Today we are going to interview two people with two different conditions that connect to the nervous system. One person will have the condition narcolepsy, another will have the disease Alzheimer's. The nervous system is responsible for sending, receiving, and processing nerve impulses throughout the body. All the organs and muscles inside your body rely upon these nerve impulses to function.
The brain is a major part of the nervous system. The brain is the body's main information center. It has three major parts. The largest part is the cerebrum, which controls vision, touch, and other senses. It also handles movements which you have control over. Thinking takes place in the cerebrum. The cerebellum is another section of the brain. The cerebellum helps control balance and coordination. Another part of the brain is called the brain stem. The brain stem is a link to the spinal cord, and it also controls digestion, breathing, and the heartbeat. So today I have Freddie here talking about his condition of narcolepsy.
Hi, I'm Freddie.
So I asked you to meet with me today because my viewers and I would like to know a little more about this rare condition of narcolepsy. Why don't you start of informing us about what it is?
Well, I actually brought a little cheat sheet in case I forgot about my condition. So, narcolepsy was first described by doctors in the 1870s. It is a condition characterized by an extreme tendency to fall asleep in relaxing surroundings. It is a neurological disorder that some experts say have originated and have been linked within genes. The disorder usually begins between ages 10 and 20, although sometimes it starts as late as age 40 or 50. As you can see, I got it when I was 10. Narcolepsy affects women and men equally, occurring in about 1 in 2,000 people.
Interesting. Why don't you explain a little more scientifically about it?
Sure. Narcolepsy is caused by a lack of hypocretins, which are key brain chemicals that help sustain alertness. Hypocretins are neurotransmitters, chemicals that transmit signals from a neuron to a target neuron. Hypocretins are only produced by a small cluster of neurons in the hypothalamus, a brain region located roughly behind the eyes and between the ears. Of the billions of neurons in the brain, only about 100,000 to 200,000 produce hypocretins. In individuals without narcolepsy and whose sleep is well regulated, hypocretins are released during wakefulness and increase activity in target neurons that promote wakefulness and suppress REM, which is rapid eye movement sleep. In people who have narcolepsy, most of the hypocretin-producing neurons die off, and this lack of hypocretins results in lasting sleepiness and poor control of REM sleep.
Now, what are some of your symptoms you have to deal with in your everyday life?
I actually gathered some footage of me throughout the day carrying out some of these symptoms.
Well, let's see it then. That looked rough. Now, is there any sort of treatment that can help lessen the effects of these symptoms and make your life easier?
So narcolepsy is usually treated with behavioral strategies plus carefully chosen medications. Behavioral strategies include taking daytime naps and staying active. Also, establishing good sleep habits is key, including developing a consistent sleep schedule, keeping the bedroom quiet and comfortable, and avoiding caffeine or medications in the evening that may interfere with the sleep.
One more thing before you go. How do you actually get narcolepsy?
It's actually through genes, and most people with narcolepsy have inherited a gene that codes for human leukocyte antigen which is important for immune function. This gene is found in 12 to 25% of the general population. Narcolepsy is an autoimmune disease in which the immune system accidentally kills off the hypocretin-producing neurons. And a triggering factor that activates the immune system to kill these hypocretin are infections such as strep. Hello, today we have April here to talk about her disease, Alzheimer's. So why don't you give us a little overview about what it is?
Hello, my name is April and I have Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is a progressive mental disease that can occur in middle or old age people. It is due to generalized degeneration of the brain. It is an irreversible progressive disorder in which neurons deteriorate, resulting in the loss of functions, memory, judgment, reasoning, coordination, and pattern recognition. There are many stages of this disease. All memory and mental functioning may be lost. The condition affects the cerebral cortex of the brain and the hippocampus, which lose mass and shrink as the disease advances.
Why don't you elaborate a little more for us?
Two main physical aspects of Alzheimer's disease are plagues and tangles in the cells of brains that are affected. Neurotic plagues appear in the cerebral cortex. A protein called beta amyloid occupies the center of these plagues. Surrounding this protein are fragments of deteriorating neurons. These neurons produce a neurotransmitter for processing memory and learning. This is why Alzheimer's targets memory. In a healthy brain, these protein fragments are broken down and eliminated. However, in Alzheimer's, these fragments form a hard, insoluble plague that cannot be broken down. Neurofibrillary tangles are twisted remains of protein found inside brain cells. This disrupts normal cell activity. These fibers prohibit microtubules in the brain from performing specific functions. This causes the microtubule structures to collapse.
So April, what are some symptoms you deal with throughout the day?
Some symptoms include memory loss, challenges in planning and solving problems, difficulty completing familiar tasks, trouble understanding images and relationships, problems in speaking and writing words, misplacing and losing the ability to retrace steps, confusion with place and time, poor judgment, withdrawal from work and social activities, and challenges in mood and personality.
So, is there any way this disease can be treated?
There is. You can take medications for memory loss, medications and treatments for behavioral changes and emotional changes for Alzheimer's, and treatments for sleep changes.
So April, how did you get this disease?
Alzheimer's can be originated from many different factors, such as a genetic factor. If you have a gene, such as the APOE gene, it is a good chance that you will get Alzheimer's. Also, it can include environmental factors, such as heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, as well as diabetes and obesity.